and foremost, we Muslim. He Muslim, I'm Muslim, feast Muslim. Certain people that's putting things on my name is Muslim. You understand what I'm saying? So first thing that we need to know is that when you come into La ilaha illallah, and when you come into Islam wholeheartedly and for real and not just for the people, that they got to go further than the throat. They got to reach the qalb, which is the heart. Because if it don't reach the heart, it don't mean nothing. You ain't standing on shit. If your four walls and your foundation ain't right, then your crib is done. So it ain't what you hear, it's who you hear it from. And that's what they tell you with any tafsir, any fiqh, anything with Quran and Sunnah. We taken from what? The Salafi Dawah, and we taken from the four imams. And when we dealing with proof, dalil, we gonna deal with Sahihain, which is sound hadith and proof. And we gonna stay away from daif, which is weak shit. You understand what I'm saying? So we're not gonna be for the people. If I did something wrong, oust me, get me the fuck out the way, and let me tuck my tail and run. But if I didn't, let's rectify the situation. Let's deal with proof and let's stand on that shit and get the facts right now. So we're going to deal with receipts right now.
Now, let me start by saying that I'm not a scholar. I'm not a student of knowledge, right? But the scholars and the student of knowledge are busy with important things. And although this is important, it's not as important as the people who are sincere and serious about Islam. Now, I'm posting this for a reason. It's not to further expose the brother. But whenever you openly commit sin, and then you go and brag about that sin, and then you come off as teaching the people, whatever mistakes you make have to be addressed in public so that the public can also hear the mistakes that you made, and it can be rectified. Now, like I said, I'm not a scholar. I'm not going to point out any of the Arabic that he messed up or any of the things that he said, except for a few. And we talk about, Islam not being for the people, but being for the person, and it having to be in your heart. There's no way Islam can be in your heart, and you go on to say this type of stuff.
And we got the proof on this, right? Now, when I was up northeast bubbling and shaking, one of my twists was weed, one of my twists was pills, my other twist was the bitches on Backpage. It was Craigslist and Backpage at this time. Trump was listening at this time. Follow me. So, me being the boss, I'm not concerned about nothing down here on no lower level. And this ain't being cocky, but this is just, when you the sole proprietor of something, as long as your pockets is adding up and everything add up, it's no need for me to be hands-on. This is what the soldiers is for. It don't matter what your business is. It could be clothes, it could be hoes, it could be coke, it could be dope, nigga. As long as my money right, I don't give a fuck what goes on. So my thing is, what's these broad sizes, what's their clothes and shoe sizes, and make sure I got somebody to take pictures of them and put that shit on the internet, because sex sells. And that was the twist. And that's what we was doing. So,
and herein lies the problem, and you finally see why this video had to be made. Now, a lot of y'all are not going to agree with that. Y'all still going to question me for making this video. But I'm making this video because you do stay in the sisters' videos talking about, yeah, sister, you got to cover your neck. That ain't proper hijab. Yeah, sister, you shouldn't be in a live in a minglet. What are y'all saying to the brothers? It's us as men that are the problem with not holding men accountable. And that's the problem that's in the ummah, because a woman is going to follow a man's lead. If it's dudes like this out here taking advantage of our sisters, getting them on videotape and showing their friends and calling people out